CEO da Royal Caribbean esteve no Brasil e falou com exclusividade à TV Panrotas. Em pauta, projetos de novos navios, administração de um terminal de passageiros aqui no Brasil, agentes de viagens e muito mais. Confira. Adam, você esteve ontem aqui no Sea Trade em São Paulo. Quais foram as impressões que você teve do evento de uma forma geral? E no que você acha que ele pode contribuir na prática para o crescimento do setor aqui no Brasil?
Having Sea Trade here in Sao Paulo was a interesting and exciting first step or early step to bring attention to the growth of cruising in the region, to bring a dialogue between the government and the industry in a more visible and helpful way. I think it's too early to tell what the benefits could come from it. We have seen in other regions of the world a series of Sea Trade conferences over time that have really been quite helpful. So I'd like to think that this will be the first of more interactions, and I hope that this will help the government understand the issues that need to be addressed to grow the market.
Adam, durante o evento muito se falou dos problemas e gargalos do setor no Brasil, como a questão dos custos operacionais serem muito altos, burocracia do governo. No caso da Royal, quais são os problemas que dificultam o crescimento pleno da companhia aqui no Brasil?
Yes, I'd like to start with the positive side of things, which is, first of all, this is a great country. It's growing fast. There's a lot of wealth being generated here, and people love to take vacations, and they especially love their cruise vacations, and they absolutely love taking cruise vacations on Royal Caribbean. So this is a good market, has a lot of potential. It's a positive revenue environment for us. So our focus is on addressing a number of issues. Many of them relate to a high-cost operation here in Brazil, and in making sure that the process of bringing the customers on, having both crew and guest visa processing issues at a minimum of trouble, being able to have a port situation with little congestion, ease of entry, ease of exit, and an ability to visit all these great ports without too high operating costs. I think if we're able to get the cost equation correct over time and match it up with the very positive revenue environment that we see here in Brazil, then we are looking at a very favorable situation.
Por meio de parcerias público-privadas, também de administração cooperada com outras empresas, a Royal administra terminais em países como Jamaica e outros. Há interesse e viabilidade de se fazer isso também aqui no Brasil?
Well, in the last 10 years, we've become much more active as a company and as an industry in doing projects around the world in interesting ports of call or home ports where we believe we can create a situation that's very positive for the guests and that's long-term sustainable for our operations. So we're quite open as a company, both in specifically private situations and also in public-private situations, to sit down, talk about the opportunities, see if there's a role for government, see if there's a role for private enterprise, and potentially do some interesting transactions. So we're very open at this point.
O escritório da Royal completa 2 anos de Brasil agora em 2011. Qual é o balanço que o senhor faz desses 2 anos e qual a importância do mercado para os negócios da Royal no geral?
The last 2 years have been a very positive 2 years for us in this market. I'm proud of what our people have done in the Brazilian office. They've really built up the number of customers that we're attracting and serving at a rapid rate. We had a successful season last season with 3 ships here at one time. That bodes very well for the future. The main thing, again, is that Brazilian customers love the cruise experience that we deliver. It's a high level of service, interesting destinations. It's a wonderful party pretty much all the time, and a lot of music and a lot of dancing and excellent food and entertainment. So it's a winning equation. And I think our office has proven that in the last 2 years, and the travel agents of Brazil seem to respond very, very well to what we're offering and are quite happy to sell it to their customers.
A Royal nomeou seu diretor aqui no Brasil, Ricardo Amaral, para dirigir também América Latina e Caribe. Quais são as expectativas e metas a serem atingidas a partir desse momento?
Well, as Brazil has become more important to us as a company, the whole region has also become more important to us. We recently opened a company office in Mexico, and we've paid, I would say, a lot more attention to Spanish-speaking Latin America south of Mexico as well. We have a wonderful product that goes from Panama and Colombia, as well as the products down here. So we have a lot of opportunity and a lot of interests in the region, and we felt that it made sense at this point, given the success that Ricardo and his team have had in the last 2 years in Brazil, to broaden the responsibility, to tap into his expertise on a broader basis, to help the New Mexico office continue to develop, and to share a lot of the learnings between the rest of Latin America and Brazil. So putting all that together, we think it will accelerate our growth curve, and it points to the central importance of Brazil that we give Ricardo this assignment.
Recentemente, Adam, a Royal iniciou as operações de 2 dos maiores navios do mundo, o Oasis e o Allure of the Seas. É uma tendência continuar com navios grandes, ou a Royal pretende caminhar num outro sentido, numa outra direção?
Well, Royal Caribbean International, of course, is known for building large ships with lots of choice and variety for our customers, like this wonderful ship here. And the Allure of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas are extremely important and productive parts of the Royal Caribbean fleet. And we may come back in the future and build ships like them again. In the short term, we wanted a balance of our fleet of different kind of ships with for different purposes. And so for this new class of ship that we're working on called Sunshine right now, which will be delivered to us in late 2014, this ship will have the ability to be in all parts of the world. It's still a very big ship, even if it's not as big as Oasis of the Seas. We think it will complement the Oasis class very, very well. And I think what you'll see from Royal Caribbean in the future is that we will continue to build a balance of ships, sometimes very large ships, sometimes not quite so large, as we expand globally.
Adam, por meio de marcas como a Azamara, o Grupo Royal trabalha com públicos mais segmentados, exploração, um pouco mais de luxo. Investir em nichos é uma tendência do setor?
One of the great things about cruise vacations is that there are so many different options for the guests. So here I am standing next to this giant ship, Oasis of the Seas, and we're talking about Azamara Club Cruises, which has 2 ships with less than 700 guests each. And they just give totally different experiences. Azamara is going to all kind of interesting ports of call. It's often staying 2 nights, maybe even 3 nights at one port of call, giving a totally different experience to the guest. The service proposition on board is quite unique to that size of ship. And so both for our company with these quite different brands and ships, and especially for the industry with many different brands and many different type of ships, there's so much variety for customers to choose. And I think that you will see growth in all these different cruise sectors over time, all over the world.
Aqui no Brasil, praticamente toda a distribuição da Royal é feita via agente de viagens. Para os próximos anos, a realidade vai continuar sendo essa, ou alguma ferramenta em vista para aumentar um pouco também da venda direta?
So travel agents have helped our company and our brands build our business for 40 years. In every single country in the world, the majority of our business is coming from travel agents. My prediction is that for the long time coming, travel agents will be absolutely central to the selling and marketing of our cruises. Everybody can see as time goes on and the developments that are happening in technology with the web, the online world generally, that there are more choices for customers these days for how they reach a supplier such as ourselves, and we need to respect that. We need to give the customers what we call the channel of their choice to arrange their vacations. So yes, there is a percentage of our business that will come direct from the consumer to our company, but the travel agents play such a crucial role in educating people about cruising, telling them their options, and taking their booking that it will remain very central to our business.
Outros detalhes sobre a passagem de Adam Goldstein no Brasil você confere no jornal Panrotas e também no www.panrotas.com.br.